That's a beautiful shot, Divs. Why did he look so fast? Yep. Fine fashion. Doo-dooing right where everyone has to walk. Well, good morning, everyone. Hopefully this is the last day of Nebraska wheat harvest. The only thing that's left is what's behind the combines right here, and you can actually kind of see the straw is super green, so we kind of left it for a day. Yesterday we went to Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, and we stopped and seen like some of the Badlands because Jesse's never seen any of that. And I'm pretty sure Mom recorded that on her YouTube, so if you want to go see that, you're gonna have to go to her channel. But that's kind of what we did yesterday and let the wheat dry down just a little bit more. It also rained last night, so we looked in the forecast and there was no rain, and then ended up raining, which is our luck. But I don't think it really did anything. Like, the roads are still powdery dry, and the wheat, I don't know if it's dry or not. I guess we're about to see. But I don't think we're gonna service this morning just yet because we have like 130 acres or something. And then we're gonna be pulling all the shields off to blow off all the combines, get them cleaned up to go to North Dakota. And I guess I'm just gonna grease then. Hopefully we can cut 30 acres with each combine and not break down. Yeah, here's an up close look at this straw right here for this wheat. Look how green that is. We're gonna come over here and bite on some, which, I don't know, we're kind of in this like low spot right here in the field. That's why the straw is so green. The tops of the hills are ready, but the bottom is not so much. But there's kind of a lot of bottoms in this field. Oh my gosh, that'll break your tooth off. Alrighty. I don't know about the rest of the field, but that right there is about 10-11%. I forgot these the other day. Strawberries and grapes. They've been sitting in a hot fridge.
Truckload of the day for our last field. This field was a little too wet, moisture wise, like 2 days ago when I said we were at the last field. So yeah, we're about done. I don't know how many acres we have left, but not that much. Probably maybe 2 or 3 truckloads left. So we're about more than halfway done. Way more than halfway done.
Well, the moisture went in at 13.1 on the first load and then 12.7 on the second load. So I think the combines are reading just a little bit high, which is fine, I guess. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more lines left, and then we're done with Nebraska. I'm not too sure what we're gonna be doing for the rest of the day because right now it's 1:30 in the afternoon. If I had to guess, we're probably gonna be cleaning up equipment and getting them ready to load. It might be cleaning as well as a little bit of maintenance.
Tessa relayed the message about the fuel.
Yeah, I think we're gonna bring this out with the cart. You know what I mean? Back over there to north of.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for Nebraska 2025 wheat harvest. We're going to dump off into Tessa here and then pull the headers off. It might be a little tricky getting the headers out of here because the county road that the trucks are... The road that we're taking all of the trucks up and down is super powdery now with all of the trucks going up and down it. The trucks are having a hard time pulling up it loaded and empty. So having a pickup pull a header through there is going to be the real challenge, I guess. right here is where it's at. Oh my gosh, that's rough. Oh my gosh. This is insane. I can't even see where I'm going. We're gonna need to blow some air filters out after this, I bet. Oh my gosh.
They made it.
I feel like I'm in a Ford commercial. Oh my gosh, look at all the dirt I'm gonna pick up. Oh wow. Well, I got all the shields taken off. Now the combine's ready to be blown off. And I'm just going around undoing all the bin covers up there. So, already done mine. I'm gonna run over and do Dad's and Mom as well. Cody and Jesse got the combines all blowed off, and a 50-hour was due, so I went ahead and did that. I greased all 3 combines, all 3 headers, and the newer tractor and grain cart. The older tractor and grain cart is about to go back in town and get worked on, so I didn't want to grease it because they're going to be tearing things apart. And yeah, I know exactly how it feels to have something just greased and then you got to go work on it. So I'm going to leave that not greased on that tractor, which granted it only did a couple of loads. It was only whenever the trucks couldn't keep up because of the county roads being so dusty and really hard to, you know, get through them, that they were kind of slowed down. So we used that cart maybe like a handful of times, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But the combines for the most part are blowed off, minus the tire evidently, but I guess you can drive forward and clean that off. But I'm going to throw the shields back on, and then I think that's going to be a wrap for today. I think we're going to pick back up tomorrow by taking the duals off, getting the tractor and grain cart ready, and I think we're going to load everything as well tomorrow. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, good morning everyone. Hopefully today we get everything loaded. We have quite a bit of stuff to do today. First off, this morning we are taking the duals off mine and Mom's combine. We actually don't have that much stuff to do today. After the duals, we have to unhook the grain cart, get that ready to load. We also have to pump the combines full of diesel and try to get that fuel tank as empty as possible. And then we also have to pump the 18-wheelers full of DEF. And then after that, I think we're just loading combines, and then I guess move day will be tomorrow. Look at this poly thing that goes under the hitch of the tractor for the grain cart. There you go. So on this 3-point hitch on this tractor, the top one is a Cat 3 and then the bottoms are a Cat 4. I don't know if it's Cat 4 or Cat 5. I don't know. I can't tell the difference, but it's the bigger ones on the bottom and then the hook on top is the small one. We got the tractor like that, so I don't know why they were running it like that. But we're gonna swap the bottom ones out for the smaller ones. That way it can fit that hitch that we have to hook onto the grain cart. Because when you load it up on the drop deck, you're gonna have to move that hitch up and down so the tongue doesn't hit the trailer. But it fits real loosely because it's not the right size on the bottom, so we gotta flip that. So I'm pretty sure you can pull this pin out, and then here's your other size back up in here, and you can flip it around. So we're gonna attempt to do that, I guess. Now this pin's got to come out, right? Yep. Got it. a whole piece of it. So is this the size we got? Massage going.
Yeah. Oh, it does do the back.
It does.
That's what I'm talking about.
It feels a little sus whenever it does the back end, but we're gonna hook the hydraulic hoses up for the jack, put that all the way up. Pretty much we're going to put a block under here and set the entire tongue on this block rather than that hydraulic jack. It's kind of the thought process behind that, I guess. Well, the grain cart's ready to load, combines are ready to load, headers are ready to be hooked on behind the combine trailers. We also pumped all of the fuel out of the fuel tank, and we took the 8320R with the 1194 grain cart to town and sent that to John Deere. They're going to start working on that. The only thing that we have left to do, I suppose, is to load the combines. So I'm gonna go attempt to do that. I'm ready to get all this stuff done. I don't feel too good. I actually haven't felt good all day. But you know what? You always gotta show up. You always gotta go to work. No time off. All right, let's load this combine. Well, we got the header put on, combine loaded. Next up, the 8R. This is where that hitch comes in play right here. It would hit that if it was hooked onto the tractor. Some people also question why we like the walking beams on the grain cart. You see that one tire sucked up in there, this one rotates down, takes the entire profile of the grain cart, pushes it down so we're not as tall. So with a new cart and a new tractor, it's on taller treads, and just the overall cart is taller, I'm pretty sure. So this black piece I think is a little bit bigger, so we got a little stick that we're gonna measure this thing and see how tall it is. So we're gonna have to get under a bridge that's like 15 or something like that. Taller here, 15. Can't tell if it's squared up there or not. About at 15 foot. Tractor's the tallest point now. It's hitting. 3 inches taller than the tractor cart. I don't know if y'all can tell on camera, but look how tall that tractor is compared to that combine. Dang. I really wish that we had a detached trailer for all this stuff. Get it way down low. And with a detach, you can haul, like we could get a bigger grain cart and a bigger tractor, like a 9R or something, and like a 2000, well, 2000 is kind of a lot. Like 1500 bushel grain cart or something. But I think that'd be a little overkill for our operation. We're actually looking at an Elmer's because the Elmer's is not as tall, but it's longer. And we weren't too sure if it would fit on a drop deck, so we just kind of said whatever and just went with what we know what would work. But we're gonna load Mom's combine. That should be it for the day. Well, there you have it, everyone. Everything is officially loaded up and ready for tomorrow. So this is gonna be Cody pulling the number 2 with a hopper behind it. Dad's gonna be hauling the tractor and grain cart. Jesse's gonna be pulling the number 3 with the number 3 header behind it. I think Tessa's gonna be in my pickup pulling a fuel trailer. I'm gonna be in the Dodge pulling a header. We're gonna try to put the long bed pickups on the more heavier stuff and then put the short bed pickups on the lighter stuff. And then of course Mom's gonna be in Dad's pickup pulling the parts trailer. But anyways guys, I don't got nothing else going on for the rest of the day other than resting up for the move date tomorrow. I hope that we get there safely and nothing goes wrong. That's what I'm hoping for, but I guess all you can do is pray about it. But anyways guys, I do think that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you on the next one.